I have a passing thought today and I have no idea where it's going to lead me, but I'm going to try. I often have friends tell me that life is beating my ass. And of course, if we dissect that, we're putting countless hours of work into the life that we want. We're trying to give so many parts of ourselves to others. And we're just trying to make space for our own existence. And as beautiful as that is, I do agree that we deserve rest. Because without rest, we can't see the vision. We can't see the proper steps to take. But I have another side of that statement. A different perspective. Let life beat your ass. And it sounds crazy, right? But if you let life beat your ass, you'll stop running from it. And the truth of the matter is, the reason why people can't live in the moment, the reason why people overthink and feel shame and feel hatred and don't know how to accept true love or don't know how to give true love to themselves or others is because they're running away from themselves. What is the number one thing that they're trying to avoid? Shame. Self-judgment. Not being perfect. Falling apart. Making a mistake. So see it like this. Do you think when Muhammad Ali got in the ring, or, Mike Tyson, or whoever's a great fighter, you think of them, they may have had a concern about losing, right? But what's one thing that each of them did? They faced their opponent. And in that, they created their own greatness. So, my question is, why can't you? You want to know why? Because you're running away. If you don't put yourself through that fight, you can't come out on the other side with better qualities about yourself. You can't know how brave you are. You can't know how articulate you are for your heart and being able to connect to others and love purely and be strong. Just being brave. Being authentically you. You cannot know who this true version of yourself is if you choose to stay in the same body, in the same spot, in the same environment, in the same cycle of life. You can't really have new if you're still holding on to what once was. So what? You don't know what's going to happen. But if you stay where you are, you might think you have comfort, but you still don't know what's going to happen. What is this makeshift comfort that you have remaining in the same place? That your life is predictable and you have some control over it? No. Everything has a consequence. Everything has a side. And leading a little bit into this, karma is just action. It's cause and effect. So let's say, for example, you have a problem. Your problem is that you can't commit. Where's the source of that? You can't commit to yourself because you are afraid. So you run. You run to something that doesn't really exist. You're running away from the challenge to your ego that will allow for you to commit, to give yourself a greater life, to be a flexible learner, to be able to absorb the new version of yourself that you want, right? And where I'm going with this is, every time you run, You're telling yourself that you don't matter enough. I mean, who's gonna give you effort if you don't give it to yourself? And who's gonna wanna give you effort if you have no idea of what it looks like to return the energy? If you don't know what balance really looks like, someone could give you everything and you turn it into chaos because you have ran so far and you're so afraid of shaming yourself that you don't even feel deserving of that great opportunity. So think about it. Muhammad Ali would not be a legend had he never gotten into that ring. If he would have never spoken life into himself. If he would have never took some losses in life. He wouldn't be who we know him to be. There wouldn't be a float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. There would be no beauty to the life and its challenges had he never taken a chance. So, let's just say, right? You think you're working on yourself. That's great. But the key to true prosperity, true healing, is in you facing every corner of your existence, every failure, every word you've said, every false belief that you've taken on about yourself, every mistake that you've made. You just have to accept all of you, not just a part of it, because if you say, okay, I'm just going to take this 5%, and that's enough, you're still living in comfort. So, be brave for yourself and let life beat your ass. Because when you finally stand up, there's more about you that says you're a winner than a loser.